out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. This offense starts deep in a hole. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. From the gun, give on the inside. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hankerson. Himself down the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Runs for the tackle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the run. Creates a little room. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws throws like he did right there, he's going to have to settle in.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll give it to him again. Plows through the defense. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
You start with this kind of field position, if you have to settle for a field goal attempt, demoralizing. Third down coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but, man, he makes this fourth down way more manageable. It's tough when you got fourth in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. The quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Power football with the run. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Pretty good job of running to get through there to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella has nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Over the middle, it's Algier. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that thing.
And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to scramble. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense. Getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. With the catch, it's Owen. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Throw again. Got him in. It's Algier. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play. That forced the incompletion.
Convert through the air. On a little time, lets it go. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, Jesse. They stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Man, it's a great job executing the drag. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Puts it out of the air. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Defense, what are you doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10.
6-9-1, Gators score. Here we go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That one comes out hot down the right side. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. They'll get it down to the 80-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, looking to pass. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. The Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Belly stunner.
Give to the running back. And they catch it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And he finds the end zone. I'll tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down with a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Looking to fire. He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in on the right. He's loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the maize and blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Looking down the left side. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defense makes a big play, and you could see the quarterback. Once he bought time, started to roll to his left, the defense all reacts, comes to that side of the field, breaks on the football. He couldn't put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. Defense takes advantage, forces the interception.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
To the air on first down. Uncorks one. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. A war chant on third down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This always going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. "57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights."
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He might want another play. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking the shot. And he's got it inside the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're like, oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Here's the handoff. Look out, he's got room. Makes the stop at the 32, and he picks up 10 on that play.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He wants to change this route. Takes the grab. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, and those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
They'll leave it with him. Got a little space.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So now it's second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Just a short pass to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 36.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Gets it out quickly. Ball is loose. Recovers the ball, and he's still going.
What a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Near the sticks, it's Hinkerson. He's right out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, goal.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Pokes team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll give it to the back. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just getting the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the tailback. There he goes. Makes it past the mark. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker.
Come on, dude.
He'll pull it down and run. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. The Knowles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Open space at the 25. And he's slipped right there and he'll pass it. Touchdown, 7-0. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
Yes, he's a bad one to shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Final play of the quarter coming. Back to pass on second down. Incomplete on the right side. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Leaves it with the back. And some room to work. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Sends it back in motion. Finding an escape route. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
The big fella in the middle. Man, those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in this siding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. It's a reverse. Turning it on. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
A lot of coaches will tell you they've got a play chart that they're going to get certain guys the ball in certain situations. Nice job getting a guy with speed around the edge on a reverse. He's got some space out wide. Nice job exploding, getting to the open field, and most importantly, getting the first down.
And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying to power to the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
To pass. Wide out trying to get it in. They found a way to get it will have to use its first timeout of the half. They could have tried to break the tie with a field goal attempt. Instead, they'll try to punch it in on 4th and goal here in the final period. Complete out of the backfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He put the college football world on notice.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Hankerson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And you just got to know the situation in the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Uncorks it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Just feeds the running back. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The 45. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation